Hey guys, this is Sirbot here, and today I am with NeroSoze, fighting against Saizo and Leopold on Severe Cold. And yeah, let's just start off here. You'll see I'm the red player, NeroSoze is the yellow player. Just getting those containers. So these guys are actually pretty good players, so I am going to be playing on gold for most of the game. Container right there. And you'll actually see me scout his base. And this scout shows that the green player is actually going to have naval before I do. So that means he's likely to get the majority of the crates on the sea, and Nero actually has a shipyard relatively quickly too. You'll see he only misses one container that was right in front of the enemy shipyard. So really his benefit there was actually much better than the enemy's. You'll see I go for a naval platform here because of those deltas. You'll see I'm going to go for Avia, and Nero will actually go for ground. And 1 second, my naval platform against his deltas, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 shots. That's how strong delta can be, and also how weak my naval platform actually is. So he was actually able to scout my base. I don't think he he did see my Avia here. And you'll see we scout them, and we don't see any Avia yet. So we are actually at an advantage here because Vertex on this map is extremely dangerous, and so is Thor. So it's actually smarter for them to go for Avia. But you'll see that this player right here is going to go for full ground. This player is still basically undecided. My partner Nero, he's going to go for HQ4 and Chameleon Jaguar. You'll see me killing some scouts here. Whenever you have AV out first, the first thing you want to do is try to kill any scouts that you can find, because the less scouts there are, and also scout their enemy bases, but the less scouts there are, the more the enemy has to guess what you're doing. As you see right here, shield is gonna be gone for, and this guy has an Avia, an Avia factory, and he's actually going for HQ4, which signifies that he's gonna go for a shield. And right now, me and my partner are actually debating what to do. We're thinking either he goes for land or nuke, and he actually decides to go for Chameleon first because when you're fighting like a Zeus shield, especially since this guy's going all out ground, you want to have the you want to be able to defend. So you'll see me going for all out Avia, kill that whatever it's called, and you'll see 2 Avia factories, and I'm actually going to go for naval as well because this green player doesn't have any naval platforms, and they don't have Avia to scout me yet. So yeah, I'm just building up my numbers of hawks and slowly building on my alligator count, or like at least beginning to that. You'll see that Nero is actually going for the same build as this green player right here, and I actually have 2 armadillos out to mine this area in case the green player decides to attack me, and so that I can buy time for Nero to come to my base. You'll actually see me mining the middle of the map as well, because this build right here, it's not a defensive build. It's kind of obvious that he's going to go on the offensive, which is actually advantageous to us since I am doing this mines. And that's one Vertex. He actually scouted my shipyard, and so that's actually really bad for me. I didn't know yet, so I put another alligator in there, but you'll see that this guy destroyed his shipyard right here, meaning that naval platforms will come out. And so I'm actually going to send a scout to check on their bases and confirm if they saw my shipyard or not. So since naval platforms are put down, I actually decide to just cancel this production right here, because it's not worth the 320 resources if he has naval platforms out. I can't break that on the sea. And you'll see this green player moving in, and NeroSoze actually is coming right here to engage. And since I see this open shield right here, it's not like out yet, or like it's not on, so I take the opportunity to destroy that, and I try to attack one of the other shields. But as you see, when it's turned on, 8 Hawks is only able to do so much, which is like half of the shield's health. So yeah, you'll actually see that the blue player is also here with a few units. And so this is actually really bad because they're not all going to engage NeroSoze's army, which is what we really want, because if they go over here, it's more difficult for us to defend against that. You'll see NeroSoze is actually in a pretty good position. We also saw these Thors come out, and so that's actually, that hurts a bit. And I destroyed this shield right here, which was the last of his shields, which gave us the advantage in this fight, since without shield, Zeus alone is kind of difficult to win that fight. As you see, I'm going after the Zeus down here, and yeah, I actually retreat back to my base because I can't really do anything with like 2 Hawks. And you'll see right here actually that NeroSoze lagged out for a second. That's why this isn't sieging, and in a second here you'll see that this isn't turning on. Right now he's basically stuck because of this. That's why you're not gonna see, like, you're just gonna see it like kind of devolve into nothing until he comes back, and then yeah, he lost a lot of his army because of that. Thor's right there, killed a chameleon. Yeah. But since I can't catch them, I just kind of like stay at my base because it's not worth trying to catch those Thors because I literally can't. And I just destroy that torrent right there, and yeah. You'll see I'm actually still mining on this side of the map. And there's a reason for this. I'm actually trying to create a good position where NeroSoze can confront the other player. I actually destroyed 2 Thors, I believe. Yeah, 2 Thors, I believe. 3, 4. I actually destroyed a lot of Thors right there with my Hawks. And yeah. As you see, I had 2,000 resources right there, so I went to HQ 5. And NeroSoze is rebuilding the chameleon factory that he lost because of those Thors. As you see right there, he actually saw me laying those mines, and so now he's going to turn around because he realizes that he can't really move on this side. And so I tell NeroSoze to try to convince an engagement on this side of the map because of these mines, and as well as these alligators down here. And I'm actually going to lay mines on this side of the map so that we have a better position advantage on both sides. As you saw, they actually saw the scout run into the bush here, and so they just started force firing. And right there, you'll see that they're actually lining up to attack us. I tried to destroy the shield, but it fails, and there's too many typhoons here, so I decided to retreat. As you see, I got this layer over here down, and so now I'm going to go further back and lay another layer back here so that I don't die to those Zeus, because, or these two don't die to that Zeus, because these are really annoying to reproduce. And you'll see NeroSoze actually retreating from this side of the map because it wasn't worth the attack wouldn't have worked, basically, because we would have lost on this side here. As you saw, mines right there, they're actually destroying a few of the Zeus, damaging the shields, and a few of the Typhoons, and so yeah. And I'm laying more back here, so NeroSoze actually retreats, considering that he's actually at a disadvantage in that fight. It's tight quarters and he has a bunch of units under the cloud. So this guy's actually force firing to try to get rid of the mines. But he's not actually hitting the mines because he doesn't know exactly where they are. But here's the interesting thing. After this game, he was saying how I didn't know how to play because I was using mines like this. But this guy is actually a pretty big idiot because I didn't lay mines on this side of the map, but he walked right through the mines. He decided to attack right through them. As you see, the blue player was a little bit smarter. He actually attacked right here. But you'll see that my mines are actually just dealing whatever damage they can. And remember, my mines are not maxed. They're only 7 out of 15, which isn't bad, but it's definitely not good either for this type of fight. But you'll see him just continue to walk right through the mines. As you see right here, this blue player is going to go for Nero's HQ. And yeah, so I gotta send my Hawks out and try to help Nero as much as possible. You'll see me actually also going for a nuclear. But yeah. Watch. That is so close. Wow. It was destroyed, but Thor's. So, false hope. So, Nero's HQ is gone. And now we are actually at the disadvantage in this fight, considering that I don't have that many Hawks left. I actually used most of them in that engagement. And Nero lost his HQ. So you'll actually see that during this though, I realize that they haven't scouted this nuclear yet, and they're not going to, and even if they do, they won't be able to kill it in time. So I ask who I'm going to attack, and Nero wants me to attack these Thors right here. You'll see that I comply. And since these guys are maxed, you'll see me do, again, nearly 0 damage to the actual base. I destroy a few buildings and 1 airfield. But even without destroying many buildings, it destroyed all of the Thors on those airfields, and so it was a good trade for us. You'll see me send my Hawks in to try to destroy any of the remaining factories, or any of the factories that I hit, because that would give us the advantage here, and you'll see Space Strike. I tried to attack this Avia factory as well, but I wasn't able to. My Hawks would have died, and so, as you see, Nero is just moving across the map with his army, and he's going to attack this side right here of the green player's base. So yeah, just waiting now for another nuclear, and here NeroSoze engages, and you'll see me move my alligators up. And here's the difference. Here's why you don't always destroy your units, because while they did with your naval units, if they become useless, because while they did put these naval platforms down, there's always other ways to use them. For example, right here I actually line up to try to help Nero. As you see, I got space striked right here. Very lucky that didn't hit my base, and instead went after the nuclear, because if it hit my base, he would have probably destroyed my entire base. But you'll see us engage right here. And I actually turn on gold attack, and you'll see that I'm making a flanking maneuver, basically. I'm making sure that this green player gets pressured from both sides. And NeroSoze is actually doing a really good job here of keeping his units alive, but since this green player doesn't have much time to force fire, since he keeps, as you see right here, he keeps moving and he keeps trying to go to the side, he's unable to actually do any of the real damage that you need to do when you're fighting Jaguar Chameleon. So you'll see that he's actually losing this fight completely. Those Thors missed, they expected him to keep retreating. And you'll see me go for another nuclear. NeroSoze right here is actually able to do a lot of damage, and he actually finishes off this army right here. And even if he didn't, and this army like went up this way or over the side this way, he would have run smack into my mines. So really, this guy was cornered completely. And that was basically a strategy by going naval, ground, and then also like prior to there was mines up here, so yeah. As you saw right there though, since that blue player has Thors out, that means that he actually wasted some resources, and so once he scouted my nuclear right here, I expected him to space strike me again. And so yeah, you'll see that NeroSoze is actually moving forward, and he's able to try to attack this green player. I still have my alligators here in case I can try to support. And I don't expect this nuclear to actually live till this fight, and until I'm able to actually nuke, because as you can see, my thing was already scouted. So I'm expecting an attack like any second now. But since he's not attacking it, you'll see right here there's Thors. But now my nuclear is already made, and so you'll see me go immediately place it and turn on gold common defense, as well as repair it to try to keep it alive as long as possible before that happens. And you'll see I just barely am able to get the nuclear off. As you see, Nero is also engaging this green player right here. Nuclear right there. Space strike was also launched. Space strike lived again. And NeroSoze, his base was actually wiped out pretty much. As you see, Nero actually has a really good position right here. He's probably going to destroy all of those Zeus just because of this. Because there's no way you can walk face into these Jaguars in this positioning and like make it through without losing all your Zeus, because positioning really does matter when it comes to Jaguar Chameleon, as well as Zeus shield. But like, if you walk face into that, then it's kind of like a good game for you already. And you'll see Nero is actually just kind of finishing off all the units on the hill. And I'm actually, instead of going for nuclear, I'm going for more Hawks. As you see, this the space strike barely lived, and NeroSoze is going to attack it and finish it off. As you can see, most of this green player's anti-air was actually wiped out already, and that's another reason for my hawks right here. And these guys are clearly still trying. They're trying to get rid of this army right here. But this is too many jaguars and too many chameleons for them to just like easily dispose of. So at this point in the game, it's basically GG. So yeah, that was actually a really good battle, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Because if you did, please hit that like button down below, and if you haven't yet, please do subscribe. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Good luck with your battles. As you see, this guy's actually going for Space Strike again. It's under construction, so my 6 hawks are able to destroy it. And yeah. As you can see, it's pretty much over at this point. And yeah, we're just doing contracts basically where I am. And so you'll see me make some armadillos. And yeah.
Victory.